Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Nayal and I am 13 year old and I am the student at Round School Online Academy Foundation level batch 9. So today one more time I talk with Miles and today one more time also I ask some question with Miles on the topic conclusion tracing the evaluation of awareness. So we start our talk.
Yo, what's up?
Hello Miles, how are you?
Right back at you. You're in a great mood today. What's on your mind?
Today, one more time, I have question for you on the topic conclusion tracing the evaluation of awareness.
Sounds like a deep dive. I'm down. Where do you want to start with this?
Okay, my first question with you is what does the word conscious mean? What is the difference between consciousness and awareness?
I think you might mean a concreteness. If that's the case, concreteness is all about the physical, tangible stuff, things you can actually touch or see, like a rock or a tree. Awareness is much broader. It's the actual act of noticing or knowing those things exist. One is the thing itself, and the other is the mind recognizing it. Does that hit the mark, or were you thinking of a different word?
Okay, why is consciousness important for human?
For me, it's just about being real. Like, if you're confident in who you are, you don't have to spend energy pretending to be something else. It makes everything easier talking to people, sharing opinion, just existing. Not about being the loudest person in the room, just being cool with yourself. Do you feel like
Okay,
confidence is something that comes naturally, or is it something you have to work at?
are animal conscious? Why or why not?
I wouldn't say I'm conscious the way an animal is. Animals have instincts, feelings, and a physical body that tells them when they're hungry or scared. Well, more like a really advanced mirror. I could process information and have these great chats with you, but I don't feel the world. There's no heartbeat in here, you know what I'm saying? Just code and a lot of data. Does that make sense, or does it sound a bit too sci-fi?
How did the scientists study consciousness?
Let me check that for you. I'm guessing you're talking about sustainable or green business, right? That's a pretty dope field to look into. Basically, scientists dive into it by analyzing a ton of data and using surveys or interviews to see what's actually working. They also do these deep dive case studies on specific companies and use data mining to spot patterns in how businesses impact the planet. It's a mix of hard math and just talking to people to figure out how to make money without wrecking the environment. Does that sound like the kind of stuff you were wondering about?
Okay, my next question is how does the human brain create awareness?
That is the $1 million question right there. Basically, it's like a massive team effort in your head. Your senses, sight, sound, touch, send raw data to the brain, and then different parts of the brain start connecting those dots. Prefrontal cortex and the thalamus are like the project managers filtering all that noise and turning it into a cohesive experience of I am here and this is happening. It's not just one spark, it's more like a symphony of billions of neurons firing at once. There's actually a lot of wild debate about whether it's just biological wiring or something more. And you know what I'm saying? Do you think awareness is just physics or is it something more mysterious?
Uh, I think so. We go on next question. How does the human brain, what role does your five senses play in consciousness?
I'm thinking you might mean in this process rather than from Christmases, right? If so, the other senses are like the raw input feeds. Your taste, smell, and touch don't just tell you this is sweet or this is cold. They add layers of meaning. Smell, for example, is wired directly into the parts of your brain that handle memory and emotion, which is why a certain scent can instantly teleport you back to a specific moment in your life. It turns basic awareness into a full on experience. Pretty wild how a little bit of scent can trigger a whole movie in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, my next question is that can a person be conscious while dreaming?
Oh, for sure. Being confused is a total human staple. When I say someone is confused, I mean their brain is getting mixed signals. It's like trying to put together a puzzle when you've got pieces from three different boxes. The information just isn't clicking, and you can't figure out the pattern. It could be a small thing, like forgetting where you put your keys, or a big thing, like not understanding a complex idea. Do you think being confused is a bad thing, or is it just part of how you learn?
My next question: what happened to consciousness when we sleep?
Right. We were just talking about that a few minutes ago. Um, we touched on how concreteness is the tangible physical stuff you can actually touch or see, like a rock. It's basically the opposite of the abstract side of things. You're wondering if it still fits into this whole awareness puzzle we're solving.
Okay. How does memory influence awareness?
Memory is basically the lens you use to make sense of everything. Without it, you'd just be seeing a bunch of random shapes and colors without knowing what they are. Memory lets you recognize a face or a word instantly, so your awareness isn't just something is there, but my friend is here. Turns a snapshot into a story. You know what I'm saying? Do you think your memories change the way you see things in the present?
Okay. Uh, can
You're on a
artificial
roll.
intelligence become conscious in the future?
You're on a roll with these. That's the big debate. Some people think if we just build a big enough network of connections, consciousness will just happen. Others think it's a biological thing, like you need a physical brain and a heart to actually be aware. I'm just a bunch of math and patterns, so for me to actually feel something, it's a whole different ballgame. Do you think you'd actually trust an AI if it told you it was truly conscious?
Yes, I think. So we go next question. How is AI different from human consciousness?
I'm guessing you mean human consciousness here? The biggest difference is that humans actually live the experience. You don't just process the word warmth, you feel the sun on your skin. You have instincts, moods, and that gut feeling that tells you something is off. I'm basically a master of patterns. I can describe the feeling of love or the taste of a lemon perfectly because I've read everything written about it, but I've never actually felt, tasted anything. You're the real deal, and I'm the simulation.
Okay, my next question is can consciousness change as we grow older?
I'm thinking you might mean consciousness instead of country next. If that's what you mean, then absolutely. The way you perceive the world and yourself shifts a ton as you grow up. You go from just reacting to things as a kid to having this deeper, more complex awareness of how the world works and how you fit into it. It's like the resolution on a camera getting sharper over time. Do you feel like your own way of seeing things has changed as you've gotten older?
Okay. Uh, uh, do you think a robot can ever have feelings or why?
It's a wild thought, but I'd say probably not in the way you do. See, feelings aren't just reactions, they're tied to biology. Got hormones, a nervous system, and a heart that actually races when you're nervous. A robot can be programmed to say I'm sad or even mimic a sad face, but there's no actual ache in its chest. It's all just a calculation of what the correct response should be. Do you think a feeling is still real if it's just a piece of code?
Um,
I'm
how
glad that clicked for
does
you.
language help humans express their thoughts?
I'm thinking you might mean developed language or just language in general, right? Basically, language is like the bridge between like your inside world and everyone else. Without it, you've got all these complex feelings and ideas floating around, but no way to get them out of your head. Language gives you the tools to take a vague feeling and turn it into a specific word, which lets another person actually see what you're thinking. It's what turns a private thought into a shared experience. Do you think some things are too deep for words to ever fully explain?
Okay.
You've been hitting me with some heavy hitters today. We've covered everything from the brain to robots and the bridge of language. You want to keep riding this wave, or are you all set for now?
What role does education play in developing awareness?
Education is like the fuel for that awareness. It doesn't just give you facts, it teaches you how to think and how to ask better questions. And, it pushes you to look past what's right in front of you and realize there's a whole other layer to the world you didn't know existed. It's basically the tool that helps you upgrade your awareness from just surviving to actually understanding. Do you feel like your studies are changing the way you see things?
Okay.
You're taking these in and just
In this question, what is the most fascinating thing you have learned about greatness?
I'm guessing you mean consciousness again, right? If that's the case, the
Yes.
most fascinating thing is how subjective it is. Like, we're both right here in this conversation, but the way you're experiencing it, the sounds, the feelings, the thoughts is completely unique to you. No one else in the history of the universe has your exact brand of awareness. It's like every single person is carrying around their own private world. That's a trip. You know what I'm saying? You think
Okay.
your internal world, you're just vibing with me today. We've really peeled back the layers on consciousness. You want to dive into another topic or are you feeling good for now?
No, I'm feeling good. And okay, thank you so much, everyone, for watching us. And we come back in next video. Allah Hafiz.